Coming just behind Law & Order SVU, the CBS procedural, NCIS, ranks as the second longest-running current American TV drama as it approaches 2 decades on the air, with no signs of stopping. But some of its cast members' real-life relationships have lasted even longer. Here's everything you need to know about the love lives of your favorite NCIS stars. Sean Murray, the actor NCIS fans know best as Timothy McGee, is married to his wife Carrie Murray, the founder of Business Relationship Alliance, or BRA, which according to her bio, is described as a network of powerful women devoted to advancing female-owned businesses by providing the community, collaboration, mentorship, empowerment, and support needed to flourish as an entrepreneur. Carrie earned a bachelor's degree in social work from San Francisco State University with a focus on domestic violence, and she went on to work as a court advocate before earning a master's degree from Antioch University, focusing on social justice. After becoming a teacher, an administrator, and a principal at a Los Angeles public charter school, Carrie founded her own school, Christique Academy of Innovation and Technology, in 2011. And after she noticed that a few fellow mompreneurs experienced many of the same struggles, Carrie started weekly networking meetings that ultimately evolved into the Business Relationship Alliance.
This has actually been kind of a motif that's reappeared. My daughter and my son, Caitlin and River, in Hawaii at the beach.
As noted by People, Sean and Carrie have 2 children, River and Caitlin, and the couple showed off their home, decked out for Halloween, in a 2020 apartment therapy feature, referencing Sean's role in the Disney film Hocus Pocus. Carrie quipped, "I married Thackeray Binks. Of course I decorate for Halloween." David McCallum, who plays Donald Ducky Mallard on NCIS, married former model Katherine Carpenter, all the way back in 1967. The two have a son and a daughter, and by 2015, they also had 8 grandchildren. McCallum spoke with the Los Angeles Times and joked, "We have 6 boys in New York and 2 girls here. I keep the boys and the girls on different coasts, so I can keep them straight." The actor was previously married to the late British actress Jill Ireland, with whom he had 2 sons and a daughter. Ireland even joined McCallum on screen in The Man from U.N.C.L.E., playing 3 characters in the spy drama. Ireland went on to marry McCallum's The Great Escape co-star, Charles Bronson, but McCallum bears no ill will. He told the Daily Record in 2016, "I never hated him. Charlie was always a good friend. I find that when problems come along, worrying about them and getting anxious and negative is quite unnecessary. You can solve them, usually amicably. That's what happened." Brian Dietzen, who has played Jimmy Palmer on NCIS since 2004, is married to Kelly, who is a midwife. They tied the knot in the early 2000s and have a son and a daughter together. Dietzen raved about their shared marital bliss as he remarked on his peers' ambivalence to marrying in their 30s, telling the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, "A lot of my friends are in that place. I'm one of the few who's married, but I can tell them, it's awesome." The actor waxed romantic over his wife in an April 2021 Instagram post, writing, "First hiatus hike was in Big Bear with the best person I know. Here's to many, many more. Love you, Kel." Dietzen often gives fans glimpses into his family life via Twitter, too. He posted in March 2021, "Grammys fun fact. When Cardi B performs WAP, it's even more entertaining to watch your teenage kids squirm. Loving it. Dad win."
What's one thing you're most proud of?
My kids.
Mark Harmon, who plays Leroy Jethro Gibbs on NCIS, married Mork and Mindy star Pam Dauber in 1987, and they've been together ever since. Harmon told People in 2019, "We were both in our 30s when we got married, so hopefully we did the stupid stuff earlier. That's probably the closest I have to what the key to success is." Dauber, who also starred in the 1980s sitcom My Sister Sam, stepped out of the spotlight after tying the knot with Harmon, telling Entertainment Tonight in 2016, "I don't think 2 people can work all the time in show business and stay married. I did everything you can do in this business, and then I had children, and it's like, I'm not going to chase this fame thing."
If I gain strength from anyone or anything, it's my family.
Harmon and Dauber have 2 sons together, Sean and Ty, the former of whom has played young Gibbs on NCIS. It appears that the CBS drama really is a family business. Dauber guest starred in season 18 as investigative journalist Marcy Warren. But despite the chemistry the two share, Dauber assured Entertainment Weekly ahead of time that her scenes with her husband were, quote, "not going to be romantic." Michael Weatherly, who starred as Anthony DiNozzo on NCIS from 2003 to 2016, married Bojana Yankovic in 2009. Yankovic is a physician specializing in integrative and internal medicine, and before starting her own practice, she was a primary care physician at Cedars-Sinai Medical Group and a co-founder of the therapeutic startup WellStart Health. The couple welcomed daughter Olivia in 2012 and son Liam the following year. But long before starting a family, Weatherly was previously engaged to his Dark Angel co-star Jessica Alba. The actress told Cosmo of their split in 2005. "It just didn't work out. I was so young, 18, when I started dating him. I was a virgin. I knew I wanted to be in love with the first person I slept with. I wanted to be really careful that he was going to be in love with me and wasn't just going to leave me. It's really, really, really difficult to have the same occupation as the person you're with, especially when you're both actors." Luckily, when it comes to their own families, things seem to have worked out well for both Alba and Weatherly. Rocky Carroll, who joined NCIS as Leon Vance midway through season 5, has been married to Gabrielle Bullock for 25 years. Together, they have a daughter named Alyssa. Bullock is an architect and the head of global diversity in Los Angeles for the architecture and design firm Perkins & Will. She told the outlet, "I'm an architect, so I lead projects 50% of my time. The other 50% of the time, I'm the firm's director of global diversity. I lead the strategy, monitor it, lead the diversity council that we have, and try to build a more inclusive culture for the firm."
I'm one of 500 African-American female architects in this country. I always wanted to be an architect to help my community.
The New York City native graduated from the Rhode Island School of Design in 1984. At the time, she was the school's second female African-American graduate. Bullock is also the vice president of the Southern California chapter of the International Interior Design Association, according to the organization's website. Despite her success, though, she told The Times with a laugh, "Google me, and you get Rocky Carroll." On New Year's Day 2020, Wilmer Valderrama, who plays Nick Torres on NCIS, proposed to his now fiancée model, Amanda Pacheco, in San Diego, California. Just over a year later, he and Pacheco announced the birth of their daughter, Nakano. He posted on Instagram in February 2021, "Life is an ever-evolving journey, and for all those times when our path needs a light, often angels are sent to show us the way, and that we can be more. Straight out of heaven, we welcome our first daughter." Notably, the actor had previously dated singer Demi Lovato from 2010 to 2016, and the pop star sent her congratulations on his engagement in 2020, telling Harper's Bazaar, "I'm really happy for him, and I wish him nothing but the best." Maria Bello, who played Jack Sloan for a few seasons before her exit from NCIS in 2021, got engaged to 3 Michelin star chef Dominique in 2019.
Well, we've just become engaged.
Kren explained the couple's origin story, saying the actress reached out to her via Instagram DM to ask for a reservation at Kren's restaurant. Kren said, "I didn't really know who Maria was, but I'm French, so I don't really follow American actresses. I'm like, who is Maria Bello?" Nevertheless, Kren granted a reservation to Bello, who has a son with her ex-boyfriend Dan McDermott, and the duo remained friends for a year before they took their relationship to the next level. When Bello finally told Kren she was in love with her, the chef disclosed to Bello that she had been diagnosed with breast cancer. Kren recalled to the outlet, "She was like, I'm really fun around sick people, and I'm telling you, she kept her word. It's one of the most beautiful love stories. I couldn't even write this for a movie. It's so much better." The actress behind NCIS character Casey Hines, Diona Reasonover, is married to actress and writer Patricia Valletto. After she was promoted to series regular on the show, she told the New York Post in 2018, "I don't know why it didn't occur to me that I'd be in the opening credits. So I freaked out so much. Patricia and I were both like, what? Now she won't let me talk during NCIS. I try to tell her funny stories, like, oh, you know what's funny about this scene? And she's like, don't talk to me, I'm watching my show." Valletto's Second City bio reveals that she graduated from the University of Ulster in Northern Ireland, where she studied, quote, acting, playwriting, and art of Irish bullshit. While her Instagram bio touts that she's also a, quote, writer, director, actor, improviser, comic, waitress, and Dolly Parton lover. According to her IMDb profile, Valletto has written for projects like Swamp Talk with Shrek and Donkey, Kung Fu Panda, So Shook, Mega Man Fully Charged, Ben 10, and Take Tone. Joe Spano, who has played T.C. Fornell in more than 50 episodes of NCIS so far, is married to Joan Zarian. According to At This Stage, Spano and Zarian met at Berkeley Repertory Theater in California. He was a founding member of the theater, and she was a box office manager. The couple has 2 daughters, whom they adopted from China. Spano even went on to become director of the Southern California chapter of the organization Families with Children from China. Spano explained the family's adoption story, telling the outlet, "We were in a place in our lives, well off, living in a great house, and we said to ourselves, what is this for? We should have kids and take advantage of our great school district. We saw a television program that outlined the plight of Chinese little girls, so we investigated it. We decided it wasn't about passing them off as our own. We wanted the opportunity to parent." Sasha Alexander, who portrayed Caitlin Todd across dozens of NCIS episodes between 2003 and 2012, tied the knot with Edoardo Ponti in 2007, and Ponti's mother also happens to be in the biz. She's Oscar-winning Italian icon Sophia Loren. Alexander and Ponti met at film school at USC, but didn't start dating until her NCIS days. The actress told TV Guide in 2012. "He was always lovely. He had a smile that gave me enormous comfort, even though I didn't know him. 8 years later, I'd worked an all-nighter on NCIS, and I was sitting in a restaurant eating breakfast with a hat on, and he walked up to my table and said, 'Sasha, do you remember me?'" The couple now has 2 children. They welcomed daughter Lucia in 2006 and son Leonardo in 2011. Ponti is also currently working in showbiz. He wrote and directed the 2020 film The Life Ahead, which stars his famous mother. Sophia Loren also appeared in his films Between Strangers and Human Voice, while his wife Sasha starred in his film Coming and Going.
What is, in your opinion, the secret to the longevity of your career?
But it's my life.
Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more list videos about your favorite TV stars are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.